Okay, nerds. Hello, chat. Thank you for joining. Been a it's been a week, man. Um, I'm sick. I'm looking at the microphone and not the camera. Sorry. I gotta keep the subscribe thing. I still got the fun little toy back here, so that's lots and lots of fun. Yeah, I'm sick, so if you see me excuse myself to blow my nose from time to time, I apologize. Also, I don't know, some weird things going on the personal side. But we're not going to waste our time with that. I have a whole nother secret channel-ish to deal with that kind of nonsense. We're here to talk about the news. There's been a lot of stuff that has happened, and there's quite a bit of rumors and some really interesting developments. So can't spend a whole lot of time because I do have to go to the day job. But let's talk about the stuff. Where's the button that I need to push? Oh, before we talk about this stuff, holy crap. Don't forget to do this, because that's a good way to, help ensure that the channel grows and does all the things, and we keep going the way that we want to go. But also, don't forget to go check out, I can find the button. Don't forget to go check out the store so you can get your music nerd shirt, because yes, please and thank you. I'm still in love with this design, so much so that I haven't designed anything new since. But yeah, music nerd, there's a bunch of other basic nerd stuff there as well. So if you're just a comic book reader, or you're a literary nerd, or you just really nerd out on music, there is some stuff up there, movies, games, etc., etc. So go check out the store, link down in the description. Also, the other thing is we have a channel partner in DUBBY. DUBBY.gg is the website. Generally Nerdy at checkout gets you 10% off of your entire cart, and you get some really dope-ass stuff. My favorites being, very specifically, the Tiger's Blood is nothing short of amazing. And then there's a s'mores energy drink. I don't know if you've heard about this. I don't know how many times you've seen this channel, but I talk about this one a lot. There's a s'mores energy drink that tastes like s'mores, that tastes like your childhood, and is an energy drink that legitimately helps me. Like, I've had all kinds of stuff as far as like caffeine is concerned, and high concentrations of caffeine, and pre-workout where you get like 500 milligrams of caffeine in your pre-workout, and the caffeine helps, but the mix that they have in DUBBY does something a little bit extra for my brain specifically. I don't know about yours. I'm not a doctor, but I'm not your doctor specifically. But for my brain, it helps me focus a little bit more than just caffeine alone. So it's definitely worth a shot if you don't want to take the crazy high stimulants, but you still got the ADHD. Definitely something to check out. Dubby.gg is the website. Generally Nerdy at checkout is your 10% discount code. That is all of the obligatory bits. Let's talk about the news. What up there, Mr. Christopher? How you doing, sir? That's the button I'm looking for. All right, so we just got yesterday, I'm pretty sure this just dropped yesterday, the article's from this morning, but I'm pretty sure the art that dropped that they're referencing was last night. It was Japan, so it was technically today, but whatever. Marvel Studios unveils 2 new pieces of Avengers Doomsday art at Bilibili World in Shanghai. Oh, it was in China. I'm sorry, it was in China. And both are roster statements. The first is a sprawling piece of key art shown on the booth's LED wall, Doctor Doom's mask looming over the entire lineup, with James Marsden's Cyclops planted dead center in full blue X-Men kit. That's, there's got to be a bigger one in here somewhere. Really? There's not? I don't want to open it up in Twitter, but I think we're going to have to. Come on, meow. Oh, of course I'm not logged on here anymore. How long has it been since I... Whatever. We'll see if we can find it later. But either way, we can go over some of this real quick. You got Ant-Man, you got Yelena, I can't remember the Russian super soldier played by whatever. You got Thor, you've got Cap, obviously, Doom, you've got the Fantastic Four, you've got Wasp, You've got the X-Men, obviously, right here. You got Shang-Chi. You've got New Cap, as in the Falcon. What else can we see on this? But again, James Marsden, the Cyclops, right there, dead center. Pretty exciting. What the art shows, composition does the talking. Everyone in the frame gets a spot. Nobody stands above Doom. Around Cyclops, the returning X-Men fan out across the mid-range. Thor crackles with lightning to the left. Paul Rudd's Ant-Man is suited up. Sam Wilson's winged Captain America flies top right. Pedro Pascal's Reed Richards as the lead. It leads the Fantastic Four in the blue and whites. On the right side, the New Avengers cluster together at the bottom. That's all of the New Avengers there on the left. And Mjolnir is just lying there at the bottom of the frame, waiting for it. What? Oh my god, it is! I totally didn't see that before. Mjolnir is right here on the axis. I don't know if you can see my mouse, actually. But it's right here on the axis where it cuts the New Avengers away from the X-Men. Mjolnir's just hanging out. Right there next to Cap, but just hanging out. Oh no, it's in Cap's hand! Chris Evans' Cap, by the way. So, very interesting. It's not waiting for a hand. He's holding it. That is legitimately in his hand. Then there's Steve Rogers, plain black shirt, no suit, no shield. Yep. Official. Chris Evans is back as Steve. For Leak Watchers, civilian Steve is the detail. The plot document John Campea vouched for, rumor until Marvel says otherwise, has Rogers retired in the Fantastic Four's universe with Peggy and their son. The art keeps rhyming. Interesting. Ink scroll. So this is the second piece of art. Second piece in the Billy World exclusive, a hand-drawn ink brush scroll in the traditional Chinese style, complete with calligraphy and red artist's seal. I don't see the artist's seal, but okay. The roster reads like a checklist. Loki's horn, Professor X in his wheelchair, Beast, Nightcrawler, Cyclops, hooded, armored, Colossus, that can only be Doom. What? And stretching Reed Richards with the Thing closing out on the edge. So, oh yeah, okay, that is Doom right there. I just read Colossus and then got confused. I don't know why. Reed Richards and the Thing over there on the right. Very interesting. Kevin Feige played a video message from the creative team on site with the two Chris's and JDR or RDJ. Take stock of the full Shanghai push. Feige there in person, new art, the X-Mansion built on the show floor. Yeah, that's also cool art. I retweeted that the other day. So if you're following the socials, you saw that like 2 days ago. A release date countdown clock over Doom's throne, teasing Yelena for Spider-Man Brand New Day. Robert Downey Jr. wants to play the villain and confirming the X-Men after Secret Wars. Disney is courting the Chinese box office for Doomsday as the MCU's China grosses depend on it, because after the last few years, so does all of Disney. Avengers Doomsday opened December 18th of this year. Oh, crap, that's right. The same weekend as Dune Part 3, which is another thing we have to talk about because they dropped a trailer and I haven't watched it yet, so we're gonna get a copyright strike, but I don't care because we're watching the damn trailer. So, let's go to the YouTubes. We were going to talk about Combi Christ like a month ago at this point, but not this time. We got to watch this trailer. I need to find my headphones. Dune 3 trailer. Yes, please and thank you. It has taken all of my willpower to not watch this trailer. I'm going to check on chat real quick before... nothing crazy going on. All right. So, we're watching this trailer because I'm so hyped for this. So hyped for this. Oh no. Why can't I hear it? Do I have my routing incorrect? Yes, I absolutely do. Oh no! My stupid computer needs to be restarted in order to hear the... Alright, well, we're just going to watch the trailer then, because my sound card is bogus, but alright, here we go. Whispers echoing. I'm just going to read the subtitles. You promised you wouldn't go for power. You convinced me that this was your home. That I was your... Oh, fuck. She's hitting hard. And there's the kids. Oh, man. What do you know about me? Indistinct whispers. Dramatic music. Bum, bum, bum. Conquered the galaxy. Indistinct whispering. You've destroyed thousands of worlds. What are your thoughts on that? Oh, and then we get Gola. Hell yeah. Think you're way beyond redemption. But this looks so amazing. Why are you here? To deliver peace and a proposal. Peace is a good thing. Why should I refuse? Oh, God, because it's meant to destroy you. I mean, that kind of happens, right? This is so epic. Plan to strike the core of Imperial power. You intend to kill Paul, question mark. Regime change. Signed our death warrants. Oh, no. Oh, I'm so happy. I found someone. Are we going to see the navigators in this one? Oh my god, the future's way of talking to me. Oh my. That's pretty dope. I can't see what's ahead. How does it feel to be human? Like everyone else, Paul Atreides. Have no fear, do you? Oh, and then we get the little... I fear dishonor. You sound like an Atreides. Been told... Oh, this is so hype. I'm not even hearing what's going on, and I'm just stoked. Look at this imagery. It's so perfect. Forgive me for all I've done, Paul says. After he's gone blind. Did you see that? That was Blind Eyes Paul. That's Paul gone blind. I mean... This is going to be so much bigger than... So much bigger than the X-Men. Like, no question in my mind that that's going to outdo the X-Men. Because it's got momentum going for it. X-Men. The Marvel, the Doomsday movie is trying to regain momentum. And the Dune movie is maintaining momentum. Is increasing momentum even. This is insane. I'm so freaking stoked for this. Oh, wow. Okay, so... Doomsday trailer coming soon. Obviously, they're at Shanghai. They're trying to win over the Chinese audience again. Feige confirms X-Men movie arrives after Secret Wars, so we have a few years yet before we get the next X-Men, or the first in the MCU X-Men movie. Here's a little interesting thing that's been going on. Lantern's takedowns go cross-platform. WBD vendor strikes YouTube, Facebook, pulls video. So, Warner Brothers Discovery has been pulling down people's content, copyright striking it, for talking about spoilers. This shows you how desperate they are right now. They can't handle people talking about spoilers. Which A, means the spoilers are accurate, very, 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 very freaking likely, and B, means that they really don't trust their writers to write a compelling enough story that this spoiler, which apparently happens in the first episode, can then also maintain the rest of the series, the rest of the season at least. So the spoiler... if you care, because again, apparently this happens in the first episode. The spoiler is that Hal Jordan dies in the first episode of Lanterns, and then Jon Stewart is trying to figure out who the killer is. I'm pretty sure is how it goes. But either way, Hal Jordan dies, right? So that was the leak. That was the spoiler. Nobody's using leaked images or leaked video or anything like that. They're simply using readily available images and video and then talking about this spoiler over the top of it. And Warner Brothers is sending out strikes. So if you are a content channel and if you are a content outlet and you get strikes, by all means fight that, because they do not have a leg to stand on. But that's just super, super interesting. Continuing on, Obsession will be on Peacock July 17th. If you have not seen it, you are waiting for streaming, there you go. Backrooms will be on streaming, I believe to purchase, July 14th. So if you have not seen that yet, there you go. Odyssey trailer hits 700,000 dislikes. This more about the Lanterns thing. Star Trek, Sydney Sweeney. I don't know what that is, but whatever. All right, so this is the other big rumor that I think we have to talk about. Oh no, this one and the Lobo one. So this is the big one that I used in the thumbnail. Dwayne Johnson rumored to play Apocalypse in the MCU right as Moana bombs. Like, how do you screw up a movie that's not that old and whatever? And it's a Disney movie, so like you really already had everything laid out for you, and you still dropped the ball, whatever. All right, so the article reads: X-Men rumor mill just found its biggest name yet. Dwayne Johnson is reportedly Marvel Studios' top choice, quote unquote, to play Apocalypse in the MCU's Mutant Saga, according to Scooper My Time to Shine Hello, who posted the claim Thursday. File it under rumor and reach for the salt, because My Time to Shine Hello has definitely gone way downhill with their insight in recent months/year. Marvel Studios still hasn't officially announced a single actor for Jake Schreier's X-Men. Top choice is wishlist language rather than a signed deal, and My Time to Shine Hello's track record is very much hit miss, like we just said. Also, isn't the first time The Rock's name has been attached to En Sabah, as the same chatter made the rounds back in 2024 and again last year. Yes, we talked about this then as well. But with the, Moana thing, it's interesting. All right, pardon me for a moment. So sorry. Okay. The claim hit X on Thursday, the very day Dwayne Johnson's live-action Moana started previews on its way to $4.5 million night. The weekend estimates plummeting to a high of $30 million on a $250 million budget. Ugh. 3 weeks ago, tracking had the movie opening at $85 million. Nothing changes the conversation around a star's bomb quite like a shiny Marvel rumor. Make of the timing what you will, but right now it's Johnson. I can read, I swear. It's Johnson who needs the win, not Marvel. I think they both kind of need the win, but I don't think they need each other for the win. I think that's where the distinction is drawn. That said, smoke here is real, and it goes back years, all the way back to 2019. Johnson congratulated Feige on Avengers Endgame and revealed the two had been trying to get dinner on the books for months. While promoting Black Adam 2022, Johnson told Total Film he believed the DC and Marvel universes should cross paths one day, with The Rock naturally at the center of it. When the DCU imploded and James Gunn showed him the door, Johnson name-dropped Marvel on his Black Adam exit statement, writing that he will always root for DC and Marvel to win big. The idea... While watching this week's episode of X-Men 97, Season 2, Johnson as Ensiber actually crossed the author's mind here. Size, presence, charisma. Yeah, it's kind of always been like that. Like, Apocalypse has always been kind of like one note, and The Rock's not really the most well-rounded actor, so if you're gonna put him in as a Marvel character, you put him in as somebody who's inherently one note, which is kind of Apocalypse. So, and like it helps that, I mean, The Rock is Polynesian. He's not Middle Eastern, but it's a similar skin tone, and there's definitely some similar physical qualities between him and the character as drawn in the books and on the animated show. So that helps. I really think it's the range. Like you put somebody like Oscar Isaac as Apocalypse, and it comes across as extra flat because Oscar Isaac is an incredible actor. But I mean, there's so much more wrong with that version of Apocalypse that whatever. Um, I don't know. I think The Rock would be good just because really the physicality of the character really needs to be put on screen, and there's not many people in the acting world right now. I mean, you could do Martin Ford. Martin Ford has the physicality of it, but then you have a lot more to do on the I mean, you have the backlash of the woke folk because Martin Ford is a white Englishman, and the Apocalypse and Nur, whatever, however you say his name, I apologize, is Egyptian, so like that becomes an issue. Even though, again, The Rock is not Middle Eastern, I think that the POC element kind of cancels out the fact that he's not the right kind of POC, I guess. But still, I think a much better, cause Oscar Isaac, again, great actor, but physically not very imposing, and Apocalypse needs to be very physically imposing. So yeah, you put somebody like Martin Ford in there who is very much physically imposing, probably just as mediocre of an actor. As much as I loved him as Shao Kahn, I don't know that he could really do much else outside of like grunt work and just be a random on-screen jobber, right? So it's an interesting situation to be in, but I can't say that I would be displeased with The Rock as Apocalypse. And then the other rumor is what the next movie Lobo is going to show up in, because I still haven't seen Supergirl. Have you? Lobo's solo movie may be sitting in limbo, but DC keeps finding work for the main man. If it fits, it fits the pattern of James Gunn keeping the character in play, following reports that Momoa is rumored for a role in Man of Tomorrow. Lobo is set to appear in Starfire, upcoming animated series for DC Studios. Oh, cool. So I guess that's only half rumor. The rumor for Momoa, I mean, Lobo, it did say specifically in the title, Lobo's next DC role, not Momoa's next DC role, so there we go. But Lobo will be in the animated Starfire movie, or series rather. Per details revealed last month's Annecy Animation Festival reported by Nexus Point News. News making rounds this week. Scooper My Time to Shine Hello popping up again, summoning up the situation forwards. James Gunn putting him everywhere. Lobo Gotham City Thanagarians will be making an appearance. The show is described as an 11-minute kids series with big title cards introducing new locations, characters, and style of the Suicide Squad, and Puffy Amiyumi returning to perform the theme song. Lobo is one asset DC salvaged from Supergirl wreck, and the studio knows it. Warner Brothers explained Momoa's role after he wowed executives with Lobo scene added to the theatrical cut, just like we first reported, came out as the highlight of the film in the reviews, despite only around 10 minutes of screen time. That's hilarious to me. James Gunn personally curated the character's metal playlist for the film's Spotify push, and when the movie bombed, Warner Brothers leaned harder, making Lobo the face of Supergirl's digital release. But the one project Momoa actually asked for is the one that's stalled. He tied a solo movie to Supergirl doing well, and the fans didn't show. So the main man's next confirmed gig is non-canon kids cartoon built around his daughter, where another actor may end up doing the voice. That is the current state of Lobo at DC. Too good to shelf. Sad but true. Sad but true. All right. It is about that time. I have to shower and clean my carcass. But that is some of the bigger rumor news and some of the bigger just general news of the day, nerds. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate your faces. We will see you next time. Let's switch back over to this guy. Once again, don't forget, we have this DUBBY.GG code Generally Nerdy at checkout to get your 10% off of your caffeine needs. Also, the best damn music nerd shirt around right there. Go check that out in the merch store linked down in the description. It is absolutely freaking awesome. Super cozy shirts too. I don't know if I've said this before, but I freaking love the quality of the shirts that this is printed on. So I think you will agree. Go check it out. Once again, the general store linked down in the description is where you'll find it. Thank you very much, nerds, for joining me. We'll see you in the next one. Before we go, always remember that if it is generally